Good morning, guys. Good morning. Finishing my superpowers, my strength. So I finished my 8 weeks. I'm not sure if you guys saw. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. I'm not sure if everybody saw my results. I did post my before and after pictures so you all could see my results. I posted front, side, and back view. Good morning, Tara. So my 8 weeks is done. And this week I decided to take a break because I am going to go into another round of my 8-week program. But I decided I'm going to take a break. I'm not going to not work out for the week. That would be crazy. I'm going to take a break. Good morning, Mom. And I kind of made up my own little calendar based off of some of my favorite workouts that I have through my online streaming. So I printed my calendar for my round 2. That way I can follow it, mark it off. And on the top of Monday through Sunday for the first week on top of it, I wrote what this week's workout's going to be. So I'm going to do some from some of my favorite programs. All the workouts are going to be about 30 minutes. So today's going to be total body. So I'm going to die a little, but it'll be a good death. So anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about the topic that I wrote. And for my gram peeps, because you can't see the topic, I wrote, like, do you ever feel like everything is falling apart? And if you do, let me see some hearts, let me see some thumbs, let me see something flying across that friggin' screen so I know I'm not the only one that feels like that at times. There are many times in life, speaking for myself, that I feel like everything is just falling apart and I don't understand why. I'm like, okay, I'm working on my personal development, I'm working on my mind strength, I'm working on staying positive, I'm working on my health inside and out. I'm drinking this every day. Like, I'm being the best mom I can. I'm being the best me I can. And you just feel like, it's almost like what you see in the movies. Like, you can see, like, here's everything, here's you. And you could just see it pulling away and you're just losing the grasp. And you're like trying to hold on for dear life. And you don't understand why it's all falling apart. Oh, I've so been there. I've so been there. And the reason I brought this topic up today is because that's what my reading was today in my book. It couldn't have come at a better time. Not that I feel like everything is falling apart, but there are some things that just feel kind of out of the norm and feel a little frustrating. So I read that today, and oh, Tara, that makes me sad. You just feel like I don't even know how to verbalize it. You honestly just feel like your world is crumbling. There you go. Your world is just crumbling and you don't know how to stop it from happening, and you know that it's going on and you want to take action and you don't know what action to take. Hey, Mia. So reading this today was kind of perfect, and it opened my eyes a little bit, and then it made me reflect on my past. And made me realize that what I read is true after when I, was reflecting back this morning. Life isn't easy. Relationships are not easy. Blended families are not easy. Quick stacking mountain and just keep getting piled up. Yes. And I can say that the feeling for me sometimes is like my feet are stuck in like quicksand. Anybody that watches The Walking Dead, when they get stuck and they're just sitting there like this, and that's how you feel. Like, you want to move forward, but you can't move forward. Your feet are freaking stuck there. That's how I feel. And it's hard. It's a hard feeling to go through. You almost feel like, hey, Harold, how you been? You just feel stuck, right? So I read this today, and the topic was, things fall apart because better things are falling into place. And it's almost like a, boom, like brain explosion there, mind blown. Because that, just reading the title, I didn't even like go into what the reading itself was yet. I just read the title, and that immediately made me reflect on my past. Immediately. And Yeah, right? Good news. It immediately made me reflect on my past, because when I was going through all of that and having to start my life over with the kids and all of that stuff, at that moment when I was going through it, hey Kathy, at that moment that I was going through all of that, that's all I kept thinking about. I was like, why is my life falling apart? Why is this happening to me? I don't understand. Like, why is God punishing me? That's what I would always say. Why is God punishing me? What did I do so wrong in my life that he feels I need this type of punishment? And I would always look at it as a punishment. And like now I would love to chat with my ex and say thank you. But not that life is easy, but it is a lot easier. So for me, right when I read that title, I immediately reflected and I was like, you know what? That was the hardest part of life that I had to go through. And even right now I'm dealing with skin cancer, having to have surgery, and I've gone through miscarriages. I've had, what they call stage 0 breast cancer, so I didn't need radiation or anything like that. Like, I've gone through all of that. Well, I haven't had my skin cancer surgery yet. That's Friday. But I've gone through all of that, and I still have to say that that was one of the hardest things I had to go through. And as you're going through it and when you're in it, all you're thinking about is why. I don't understand why. And you're trying to find the answers why. My pants are falling. My workout pants are falling down. You're trying to find the answer why. And when you're constantly trying to find why, you're holding on to that part of your life that we're supposed to be releasing and letting go. And you're supposed to just, when the bad things are happening, as much as it sucks, we got to kind of just roll with it, learn from it, release it. So I wanted to read this to you. I really just wanted to read the whole passage because there's not bits and parts that I can take from it. I'm just going to quickly read the whole passage because the whole passage is so freaking meaningful. So this again is from my book that I'm reading, The 365 Days of Find Your Happiness. I don't remember the author. Let me see if I can. It's Find Your Happy Daily Mantra, 365 Days. So today is day 121. Okay, I haven't read it every single day. Sometimes I read a couple days at a time. So it's a little, I go a little past what I'm supposed to do. But okay, so today is things fall apart because better things are falling into place. It says you're holding on to parts of your life that are supposed to be released. It may feel like things are falling apart and you have no control over anything. But this is the universe's realignment of your life. Instead of looking at your situation with fear, see the changes as an opportunity for your highest good. Everything that you are currently going through is a part of your soul's growth. Naturally, you may want to resist, but this only holds off the inevitable. You are changing. Let yourself change with your life. Your future is bright and there are good things in store for you. I read that and I almost cried because I think about it, like I said, I think about what I went through, what I still go through sometimes to this day, and that's so true. We end up wanting to fight it. We want to go against it because we don't like the way it's making us feel. So we want to fight it every step of the way, right? But if we look at it in the way that this is telling us to look at it, that it's our way of our soul growing and our life realigning, it might make it easier for us to roll with it. It might make it easier for us to let it do its thing, so to speak, because we're not looking at it with fear. We're looking at it with, okay, let's see what's next. Let's see what's on the other end of the tunnel type mindset. So I have the mantra for us today for this. So for anybody going through this, I want you to video record, voice record, whatever you need to do so you can continue repeating this mantra. It says, I do not resist the changes unfolding in my life. I allow myself to step gracefully into my future as I let go of my past. There is nothing for me to do except release the burden of holding on to what is no longer working. I let go and let my life flow. So, hey Jen. So I feel that it's extremely important that we do this and we do the release and we let our soul grow and we let our life realign to where it needs to be, because there are so many of us that aren't 100% living what we should be living and how we should be living, and there's going to be so many times that quote unquote bad things are happening or life is out of control, and that's how we feel about it. And in all honesty, it's our life trying to get back on track. It's just not how we see it, because the way that we're living and the things that we're doing are not what we're supposed to be doing, right? And even though they make us sad or they're difficult or things like that, it's not where we're supposed to be in our life. So there's going to be times that the universe is going to step in. You might feel blah. You might feel unfulfilled. And that's when the universe is going to kick in. That was like me with getting this new job. I wasn't out job hunting, but I was feeling very unfulfilled. I was feeling a little darkness. I was feeling a lot of different things, and I felt like it was the universe's way of opening up a new door for me to help me not feel that way. Is it difficult to not be home in the evenings? Yes. It is difficult for me. Like today will be a little bit easier because I know Alex is working late. Kayla has college. Ryan won't be here. So no one will be here. So it'll be a little bit easier for me to work in the evening time. But like today's my only day this week because Friday's my surgery, so I can't work. But I feel like sometimes we have to really pay attention to what the universe is trying to do and to what the universe is trying to tell us and help us with. There's so many times that we don't listen to our gut. So the universe has to step in and help us and guide us. There's times that we're in bad relationships and we know the best thing that we could do is leave, but we don't. We don't leave. We don't do anything out of fear. Fear of the unknown. Is it the right decision? How do I know if it's the right decision? How do I know I'm not going to screw up everybody's life? How do I know this is what I'm supposed to do? You have all those questions. Here's how you know. If you're unhappy and you've been unhappy for a long time and you and that person have talked and talked and talked and talked and had the same conversation for years, it's time. It's scary to take all different types of steps of changing life. Sometimes you got to do what's scary to find your happy, which is what book I'm reading. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know there are so many people out there that are going through what I've been through, going through what I'm going through. Maybe you're going through something that I'm about to go through. We all in this path of life go through the same things, maybe in a little bit of a different way, but we all end up going through the same things. So I always just try to share and talk to you guys about it because I know somebody might be going through, or I could probably bet the whole right side of my body that there are people going through the things that I am talking about and the topics that I'm talking about. And that's why I do it. Not always am I going through it at that moment, but I've been there at some point. And I speak from my heart, I speak from what I've learned, and I speak from what I'm reading. So that was today's topic. So anybody that's going through that, please replay this as many times as you need. Listen to that mantra. Listen to the passage. It was extremely helpful to me. We just got to remember sometimes when life feels all effed up, there's a purpose. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to open up our friggin' eyes to see it, and we have to walk towards it, not away from it. Don't always let our heart lead us sometimes, because sometimes our heart leads us out of fear of being alone. Always listen to your gut. And your gut will help you stay on the right track. It's scary. Freaks you out, but it's right. So I'm going to go finish this. I'm a little off my schedule today. I'm usually done with this and it's digesting so I can work out right when I'm done. But I'm going to get a little bit of work done while I finish it. And then I'm going to dive into my 30-minute total body workout. Then I'll be waking up Kayla. We are going to be getting her applied for colleges today. Where has the time gone? Yay, Jen. Yay that it helped. But I'm sorry to hear that you needed to hear it, because it just means that everything's kind of all over the place for you, and I know how that feels. I've been going through a few things myself, and I don't like the way it feels, but we're all here together, and together we're stronger, right? So if you ever need the chat, girl, you know how to get in touch with me. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make it a marvelous Monday, and just go out there and kill your day, and kill it with happiness. Do the things today that are each step, each thing you do is just going to bring you some heart joy. Have a great day, guys.